P.A.RODY here, multimillionaire and philanthropist. Here I am back in the Far East, in honor of this being the 1-year anniversary of the P.A.RODY show being on YouTube. I have decided to do something very special for you, the audience. I have come to a country which has a lot of meaning for Americans. A country that I can easily exploit, which is the most important part of all. We are going to be going through Cambodia and Vietnam on this particular tour. You are going to be seeing the ruins of Angkor Wat. I do not want you to get Angkor Wat mixed up with Watts in Southern California, South Central Los Angeles, where all the drug gangs are killing each other at a very alarming rate. No, we are not going to Watts, we're going to Angkor Wat in Cambodia.
So this is a crocodile farm in Cambodia, and this is Lake Jolie, named after Angelina Jolie. They worship her because she filmed Tomb Raider here at the temples of Angkor Wat, so it brought the tourist industry here, which saved their economy. Angelina Jolie is awesome. She even adopted one of them. This was her first adopted child, Maddox, from Cambodia.
This is Angkor Wat here in Cambodia.
This is good, thank you.
These temples here at Angkor Wat were built in the 1100s. That's the 12th century, and you can feel the spirituality of it when you walk among these temples. But I'm going to be turning Angkor Wat into Anchorland. And of course we will have Angkor Mouse walking around, forcing the little children to take pictures with him for $5 for each snapshot. And we will have a gigantic P.A.RODY resort where we will force people to pay $500 for a little room with a dirty bed and a stained carpet. And we'll get away with it because the tourism industry will pay anything for a fresh country, as they call it. That's right, Cambodia is a fresh country off the beaten path, new to the tourism industry.
Here I am in front of the main temple, the biggest one of all, here at Angkor Wat in Cambodia.
This is right in the dead center of the main temple, and now you're going to see an even more ancient temple that was built in the 9th century, 300 years before the rest of the temples. And those bugs that you hear are the sound of the jungle that emanates right outside of these temple walls. These bugs could be used as a way to hassle your neighbor or to torture terrorist suspects into confessing. So I say let's gather up all these insects and give them to Homeland Security, where they will be used along with waterboarding. Oh, here's the Vagina Temple. Be sure to wear a condom before you go inside that area. You never know what diseases you'll pick up if you don't.
P.A.RODY here. We are now in Saigon, or as they officially call it, Ho Chi Minh City. But most people still refer to it as Saigon. This is the largest city in Vietnam. That's right, we are in Vietnam. The government has welcomed me with open arms because now they really thrive on big business ventures. Vietnam is ripe for people like me, big-time capitalists, to invest in the brand new properties. You see construction going on all over Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City. I don't want to offend Ho Chi Minh, after all. We must respect the great leader of Vietnam. So I should just keep on calling it Ho Chi Minh City for the time being until I bribe him to allow me to call it whatever I want. We could call it Rody City. That's probably going to be its name with all the money I'm going to pour into this place. So I hope you enjoy Vietnam and, of course, this great and glorious city of 8.4 million people, Ho Chi Minh City.
This is the Rex Hotel, which is where the CIA used to gather during the war to compare notes about how many Viet Cong people they had killed. So the Rex Hotel is a very famous landmark here in Ho Chi Minh City. And the traffic is another famous image of this city. All those motorbikes whizzing around with no traffic laws.
Snack white, and they mix with sticky rice white. They keep about 3 months and then can drink.
Here in the Mekong Delta, I've hired Rambo to protect me from the sadistic Chuck Norris. Everybody hates Chuck. He's the Charlie they were talking about in the Vietnam War. Thank God I've got Rambo on my side this time.
P.A.RODY here, braving the typhoon that's about to hit central Vietnam. But I'm doing this for you, the audience back home, watching on YouTube. So if you read in the papers that P.A.RODY drowned, it was all for you, just to get the footage here in Vietnam. P.A.RODY here, continuing on with a tour of Vietnam. We're now in the central part of the country. We flew into Da Nang, and we just visited China Beach, and now we are in the historic area of Hoi An, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The North and South Vietnamese made an agreement not to destroy it because they loved it so much. Isn't that special? So you're going to see that coming up on this episode too, here in Vietnam.
So you're looking at images of Hoi An, the historic trading center. There's the Japanese covered bridge. Vietnam has 84 million people. 20% of them are of Chinese descent. There are the cows walking along the beach, and they're going to walk them right into the resort pool to get them all cleaned up, because they love their cows here. Now here we are in the old town of Hanoi. I'm on a cyclo, so they're pedaling me along through the crazed motorbike traffic of Hanoi.
We are in the capital city of Hanoi. Hanoi is the second biggest city in the country, and it's, like I said, the capital city. I'm staying in a very wonderful hotel. It's a 5-star hotel, and I've got a lovely view as usual. And I'm not staying at the Hanoi Hilton. No, thank you. John McCain told me all about that one. He warned me that wasn't exactly the nicest of accommodations. So I'm here at the 5-star Melia Hanoi. The Melia Hanoi Hotel is fit for a king, and that's exactly why I'm here. And as you can see, it is a lovely view of Hanoi out there. And I'll be showing you more highlights of this area on the episode, so keep on watching.
Those particular soldiers are on Vietnamese speed. This is the One Pillar Pagoda. I don't know what the hell it means, but it is the One Pillar Pagoda, so go up the steps and look at the funny looking statue at the top. There's the Ho Chi Minh Museum. We took a look at Ho Chi Minh's life. He lived to the age of 79. He died in the year 1969, 6 years before the end of the Vietnam conflict, when North Vietnam took over the whole country. And now we've got a real treat for you folks. This is Ha Long Bay. It's considered the scenic highlight of Vietnam. There are 3,000 islands, all made of limestone, so they have these fanciful shapes. This is a famous cave right in the middle of one of these islands. And there I am. I climbed up 150 grueling steps to get you that footage. Now we're back on the cruise going around the 3,000 limestone islands. And it just so happens that Oliver Stone is the president of Vietnam now, because they really appreciated what he did with Platoon, getting the whole Vietnam thing into the national debate. People talked about Vietnam because of Oliver Stone. That's why he is their president. So I'll be bribing Oliver Stone to get some business deals going with some non-taxable income for me. Now, some of these cliffs and islands are as twisted as Oliver Stone level of paranoia, so it's very fitting. Goodbye, Vietnam!